Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. And if you watched my previous video, I told you that I'll be reading this book again, Roald Dahl Fantastic Mr. Box, but it's fifth chapter, which is called The Terrible Tractors. Here, see guys, I already told that what is this, and if I don't, please forgive me. Okay, so let's start. Okay. The terrible tractors. As the sun rose the next morning, Boggies and Buns and Bean were still digging. They had dug a hole so deep you could have put a horse into it. But they had not come to the end of the fox's tunnel. They were all tired. Dang and blast, said Boggies. Whose rotten idea was this? Bean's idea, said Buns. Boggies and Buns both stared at Bean. Bean took another swig of cider, then put the flask back into his pocket without offering it to the others. Listen, he said angrily. I want that fox. I am going to get that fox. I am not giving in till I have strung him up over my front porch dead as a dumpling. See guys how angry Bean was, because that's not because it's his fault. At the end moment, Mr. Fox told all of his family members to dig. So why are the two farmers saying him? Okay, so we can't get him by digging, that's for sure, said the fat doggies. I've had enough of digging. Buns, the little pot-bellied dwarf, looked up at Bean and said, have you got any more stupid ideas? What? What? Said Bean. I can't hear you. Bean never took a bath. He never even washed. As a result, his ear holes were clogged with all kinds of muck and wax and bits of chewing gum and dead flies and stuff like that. That's very bad, guys. If you take a shower regularly, or if you bath regularly, please do that. And if you don't, please do that. Please do that too. Okay. So that this made him deaf. Speak louder, he said to Buns, and Buns shouted back, got any more stupid ideas? Guys, if you don't know the meaning of deaf, I will tell you. Uh, in Hindi, the people that cannot hear us, we call them behra, and in English we call them deaf. Okay. So Bean rubbed the back of his neck with a dirty finger. He knew a boil coming there, and it itched. What we need on this job, he said, is machines, mechanical shovels. We'll have him out in 5 minutes with mechanical shovels. This was a pretty good idea, and the other two had to admit it. All right, Bean said, taking charge. Boggies, you stay here and see the fox don't escape. Buns and I will go and fetch our machinery. If he tries to get out, shoot him quick. The long, thin Bean walked away. The tiny Buns trotted after him. The fat Boggies stayed where he was with his gun pointing at the fox hole. Soon, the enormous caterpillars, tractors with mechanical shovels on their front ends, came clanking into the wood. Bean was driving one and Buns was driving the other. The machines were both black. They were murderous, brutal-looking monsters. You can see that these machines are all black, and you can see that it's also looking dangerous. And see how fast they can dig. It was the shape of a whole mountain, but they digged it in 5 minutes. See guys, what's the speed of this shovel? The caterpillar tractors. Okay, here we go then, shouted Bean. Death to the fox, shouted Buns. The machines went to work, biting huge mouthfuls of soil out of the hill. The big tree under which Mr. Fox had dug his hole in the first place was toppled like a matchstick. On all sides, rocks were sent flying and trees were falling and the noise was deafening. Down in the tunnel, the fox crouched, listening to the terrible clanging and banging overhead. What's happening, Dad? Cried the small foxes. What are they doing? Obviously, even if the foxes are very small, they need to know, because if they could help regarding the situation, it would be very nice. Okay. So Mr. Fox didn't knew what was happening or what they were doing. It's an earthquake, cried Mrs. Fox. Look, said one of the small foxes, our tunnels got shorter. I can see daylight. They all looked around, and yes, the mouth of the tunnel was only a feet away from them now, and in the circle of the daylight beyond they could see the huge black tractors almost among the top of them. Tractors! Shouted Mr. Fox, and mechanical shovels! Dig for your lives! Dig! 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 Guys, if you want to see Mr. Fox, Mrs. Fox, and the small foxes alive, please hit the like button. And if you want to know more of my videos, then please like, comment, share my channel, subscribe to my channel, and click all the notifications bell icon so that you could get all my notifications bell icon. That is the end of this story, and the next chapter would be the race. I am going to tell, you can see that they are doing race, that we can say, because the foxes are digging and Buns and Bean are chasing with their enormous black tractors. Okay, so that's it for today's video, and please subscribe to my channel and be there to my every video, so you can also get an idea of how I am doing all the storytellings and how many stories I have read. Okay, so till then, bye guys, see you later in the next video.